Nepali Congress alleges the unified Maoist internal squabble delays implementation of the May 28th agreement. Vice Chairman Trio of Unified Maoists discussed the possibility of change in the party's central leadership. Rain-induced disaster takes a toll of 9 people in Nuwakot, Kaski and Mahottari districts. And British troops hand over key Afghan city of Lashkar Gah to Afghan security forces. Hello there, good morning and welcome to NTV News. I am Siksha Sharma. Let's now take a look into the major developments. The meeting between leaders of Unified CPN Maoist and Nepali Congress discussed implementing with immediate effect the May 28th Pact. At the meeting, Nepali Congress alleging the ongoing internal squabble of Maoists of having affected the peace process and constitution writing adversely demanded an answer from the party. Congress was of the view that the Maoists diverting its attention from the peace process to changing its ministerial representatives of late is paving difficulties in the implementation of the pact. Whereas the Maoist side defending the accusation said its internal matters has in no way paved hindrances in the implementation of the agreement. Vice Chairman Ramchandra Paudel, General Secretary Duo Prakash Man Singh and Krishna Sitaula and others represented Congress at a meeting held in the Peace Ministry. While the Maoist side was represented by Chairman Prachanda, Vice Chairman Trio Mohan Vaidya, Dr. Baburam Bhattarai and Narayan Gaji Shrestha along with General Secretary Ram Bahadur Thapa. With the squabble persisting among leaders of the party's officials continued to hold separate meetings with each other yesterday. 3 vice chairmen of Unified Maoist held a separate meeting at a location in Lalitpur. The vice presidents Mohan Vaidya Kiran, Dr. Baburam Bhattarai and Narayan Gaji Shrestha along with General Secretary of the party Ram Bahadur Thapa attended the meeting. The meeting comes on the heels of the dissatisfied deputies of the party are seeking dignified power division in the party. Vice Chairman Shrestha said internal power struggle and the ongoing central committee were discussed in the meeting. The top leaders of the party have differed with the chairman on replacing its ministers, giving responsibilities to the vice chairman among others. In the meantime, the central committee of the party was postponed yesterday as well. Party spokesperson Dinanath Sharma said the meeting was deferred as leaders are still busy in resolving the disputed agendas of the meeting. The government has appointed Moti Bahadur Gurung, Chief of National Investigation Bureau. The meeting of the Council of Ministers took the decision to promote him as the Director of the Intelligence Bureau yesterday. Likewise, Dr. Ram Bhakta Thakur has been appointed advisor to Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Upendra Yadav. Government spokesperson Gangalal Duladhar said the government decided to provide 430,000 rupees for the treatment of Sindhu Upreti and injured of the popular movement. In another decision, the cabinet appointed Hari Narayan Shah as General Manager of Nepal Food Corporation and Sanjay Yadav as General Manager of Janakpur Railway. The cabinet also extended the term of the high-level task force formed to resolve the dispute seen in the tea industry. Suspended Nepal Police DSP Prakash Adhikari, one of the accused on the Sudan scam, has been sent to jail upon order from the special court. The bench of justices Gauri Bahadur Karki, Om Prakash Mishra and Kedar Prasad Chalise has demanded a bail of 1.50 million rupees in bail. Adhikari, after failing to produce the bail amount, immediately was sent to Delhi Bazar prison. Meanwhile, former Inspector General of Police Duo Hem Bahadur Gurung and Ramesh Chandra Thakuri have been released from detention following they submitted the bail amount 50 million and 70 million rupees respectively. The court had slammed 50 million in bail to former IGP Hem Bahadur Gurung and 70 million rupees to Ramesh Chandra Thakuri and convicting them of misappropriation in the case. And with this news, we take a short break here. More news from the home front follows. Please stay with us. Welcome back. We continue with the rest of the developments. Rain-triggered landslides have caused havoc in different parts of the country. 4 people of a family were killed after a landslide swept away their house at Aledada, Narmandu of Nuwako district in wee hours of yesterday. The dead have been identified as Arjun Tamang, his wife and the 2 sons. The landslide also swept away some cattle. Likewise, 2 people died after the house collapsed due to heavy rainfall in Pokhara 5, Ratomate. The dead have been identified as 31-year-old Sangeeta Pariyar and 11-year-old Ritika Pariyar. Likewise, heavy rainfall deluged 4 houses in Firke of Pokhara. In another incident at Rautahat, an elderly Jaikali Devi was killed after landslide buried her house at Brahmapuri VDC. A Chinese youth delegation under an exchange program aiming at strengthening the people-to-people bond between the 2 countries say their visit to Nepal has been successful. The exchange program aims at promoting coordination among youths in the education, health, industries, sports and other sectors. In the course, the 30-member Chinese youth delegation visited Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, Chitwan, Pokhara and other cities of Nepal. At a program in the capital, Minister for Youth and Sports Hit Bahadur Tamang said there is much to learn for the youths from the Nepali youths from the economic and other developments of China. Earlier, a 30-member Nepali youth delegation had also visited China. We now take you to the district where traditional dance and culture of Baglung district are in the risk of being extinct due to the lack of awareness of its conservation. Baglung district is rich in terms of dance, melodies and musical instruments. The Persunge, Jhumara, Kheli, Devi, Bhanne, Bhaile, Sorathi like dances are gradually losing its popularity among the youths. Locals have called the concerned authority for continuation preservation of the cultural heritage of ethnic dance and folk music, which are at the verge of extinction. They say Baglung is gaining popularity as a tourist destination and folk music and dances will be of great value. They say even the new generation youths do not seem to show serious responsibility regarding the preservation. And with this news, we take another short break here. International news follows. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In news from the international front now, British troops in Afghanistan's volatile Helmand province have handed control of the city of Lashkargah to Afghan security forces. In recent days, NATO handed over the relatively peaceful province of Bamiyan and the eastern town of Mehtar Lam. Maintaining stability in Lashkargah will be the sternest test yet for the local forces. The handover is seen as a critical step in transition of power before foreign troops in combat operation in 2014. A handover ceremony took place at the Governor's Palace in Lashkargah. Afghan Minister of Defence General Abdul Rahim Wardak carried out an inspection of Afghan forces before a handshake between the provincial governor Mangal and the ISAF commander of Southwest Afghanistan, General Tulan. The new commander of ISAF forces in Afghanistan, General John Allen, was also present at the ceremony. The police team investigating phone hacking has been boosted from 45 to 60 officers. Earlier, the Met was accused by MPs of a catalogue of failures in the News of the World phone hacking inquiry. Meanwhile, News of the World owner News International said it had authorized law firm Harbottle and Levy to answer any questions from Scotland Yard and the Commons Home Affairs Committee about its work for the company. News International has said a May 2007 letter from the firm had made it believe that hacking was a matter of the past and confined to a single rogue reporter. During Wednesday's House of Commons debate on the phone hacking scandal, MPs called on News International to publish the full exchanges about emails examined by the legal firm. The US has said it will send aid to famine-hit areas of Somalia controlled by the Islamist group Al-Shabaab. But US aid officials said assurances must be given that the insurgents will not interfere with its distribution. The US considers Al-Shabaab a terrorist group and last year stopped aid to the large area of Somalia it controls. The UN has declared a famine in 2 areas of southern Somalia as the region experiences the worst drought in more than half a century. Al-Shabaab, an Al-Qaeda affiliated group which controls large swaths of South and Central Somalia, had imposed a ban on foreign aid agencies in its territories in 2009, but has recently allowed limited access. The Deputy Administrator of the U.S. Agency for International Development said the aid must not benefit Al-Shabaab. And it's time now we take a look into the business updates.
Nepal Telecom's customer base has reached 6.7 million as of 20th July. About 1.06 million people are using ADSL internet facility of the company. This information was revealed at a press conference of the company organized to publicize the future programs. The company earned a net profit of 28.1 billion rupees and it plans to take the profit up to 31 billion rupees in the running fiscal year. The company has earmarked 14.47 billion rupees to expand its services. Nepal Telecom generates its revenue by providing different types of services like basic fixed line services, GSM mobile, broadband internet and lease lines. Peering arrangements have been made between major internet service providers. Nepal Telecom had passed a resolution to sell minority shares to International Telecommunications Operator in March 2010, but nothing has been done on this line till now. The paid-up capital of Nepal Telecom is 15 billion rupees, of which Nepal government holds 91.50%. The telecom paid nearly 17.5 billion rupees in revenue to the government. Nepal Telecom is expected to start a bridge program to expand its telephone network and try to offset the delay in launching its ambitious next generation network NGN service. The NGN facility aims to modernize PSTN telephones, transmitting voice and data and video services. The bridge program will add 25,000 telephone lines and 3,600 ADSL services to the NT network. The Federation of Construction Entrepreneurs Nepal has welcomed the timely presentation of the budget for the new fiscal year. At a press conference in the capital, the Federation hoped development projects will be launched on time, though the budget has earmarked lesser amount for infrastructure development. But the Federation has objected to what it says unilateral amendment of the Public Procurement Act. Stating that development works were hindered in the absence of peace and security, the Federation of Construction Entrepreneurs has urged the government to uphold law and order to expedite development works. National infrastructure system must be connected through global and regional links if countries are to benefit from expansion of markets and trade through globalization. Infrastructure development offers the foundation on which a country can seize and capitalize on the opportunities ushered in by globalization and regional integration. Investments on large-scale infrastructures are critical to enable a country to achieve long-term growth and sustainable poverty reduction. Lack of one-window public procurement policy and adequate protection from the government, the construction industry did not take off its pace as it was needed. There is no defined appropriate measures to evaluate financial ability of the contractor, the number of which stands at about 15,000 of different categories.
In the sports updates. After the historic win against Timor-Leste in the FIFA 2014 World Cup Asian first round qualifier at home, Nepal is all set to take Asian powerhouse Jordan in the second round. The 5-0 beating of Timor was Nepal's biggest home win in the World Cup qualifier so far. Graham Roberts and his boys will face Jordan in the first leg in July 23rd, while the return leg is scheduled in Kathmandu on July the 28th. Nepali team took part in its last practice session at Dasrat Stadium yesterday before leaving for Jordan on Thursday. Goalkeeping coach of the team, Upendra Man Singh, lamented that the team is short on preparations due to the A-Division League that ended Saturday. On the other hand, All Nepal Football Association Vice President and spokesperson Lalit Krishna Shrestha said the association has done its best to facilitate for practice. Shrestha expressed a hope that Nepali team will put up a good show against Jordan in the first leg. Shekhar Ipreti of Chitwan and Regina Kaki of Kathmandu struck gold on the first day of the 5th Korean Ambassador National Taekwondo Tournament in Kathmandu. Shekhar beat Kushal Pariyar 13-5 in the final of men's 45 to 48 kgs weight category at the Dashrath Stadium covered hall. Regina outplayed Binita Tamang 13-3 in the women's 44 to 46 kg weight category final. Nepal Police's Yam Bahadur Pun has secured a place in the final of men's 58 kg category in the tournament jointly organized by Nepal Taekwondo Association and the Korean Embassy in Kathmandu. Earlier, Minister for Youth and Sports Hit Bahadur Tamang and Korean Ambassador to Nepal Hong Sung Mok jointly inaugurated the tournament. 331 players from 41 districts and 3 departmental teams are participating in the tournament. And after these updates from the sports front, we take a look into what the weather forecasters say. The forecasting division says that it will be generally cloudy over the country with chances of temporary thunder shower occurring at some places. More in the details. And with this, we've come to the end of the bulletin. To wrap up, a quick look at the headlines once again. Nepali Congress alleges the unified Maoist internal squabble delays implementation of the May 28 agreement. Vice Chairman Trio of Unified Maoist discussed the possibility of change in the party's central leadership. Rain-induced disaster takes a toll of 9 people in Nuwakot, Kaski and Mahottari districts. And British troops hand over key Afghan city of Lashkargah to Afghan security forces. That's all for now. We have another news bulletin in Nepali in less than an hour, and our next English news bulletin will come at 12. Till then, keep watching Nepal Television. Have a good day. Namaste.